At first, it looked like nothing more than a tragic accident. A quiet bank. A routine morning. Then suddenly, millions of dollars were gone. No alarms, no broken doors, no masked robbers. Just a single explanation written in the report: system failure. But what investigators would soon discover was far more disturbing. This wasn't a robbery. It was a perfect illusion. Because the money wasn't stolen in minutes, it was stolen slowly, legally, and right in front of everyone. This is the story of the most genius bank heist that looked like an accident. The bank was not small, it wasn't careless, and it wasn't poor. It was a modern financial institution handling millions of dollars every day. Like most banks, it relied heavily on automated systems, internal software, and trust in its employees. Every transaction passed through layers of digital verification, or at least that's what they believed. Because what no one noticed was a flaw so small, so boring, that it had been ignored for years. A flaw hidden inside the bank's own accounting system. He wasn't a criminal. No record, no history of theft, no suspicious behavior. He showed up every day on time, dressed normally, spoke politely. He was the kind of employee people forget exists, and that was his greatest weapon. He worked close to the bank's internal systems, not as a manager, not as a director, but as someone trusted enough to understand how money moved digitally. He noticed something no one else cared to question: a rounding error. Fractions of cents that disappeared during thousands of daily transactions. Amounts so small they were automatically dismissed. But he didn't dismiss them. He calculated them. Here's how banks work. Every day, millions of transactions occur. Interest is calculated, fees are applied, balances are adjusted, and when numbers become too small to matter, they're rounded off. Fractions of cents, 1 cent here, half a cent there. Individually, they mean nothing, but combined, they were worth millions, and the system didn't know where they went, because no one ever asked. He didn't break into a vault. He didn't threaten anyone. He didn't steal a single dollar directly. Instead, he redirected the leftovers. Those microscopic amounts were silently moved into a dormant internal account, an account designed for system testing, an account that wasn't monitored daily. Why would it be? It never held real money, until it did. The system saw it as normal. Auditors saw nothing unusual. Reports balanced perfectly, because technically nothing was missing. This is what made the heist genius. There was no sudden loss, no spike, no suspicious transfer. The bank's books were clean. Every cent was accounted for, just not questioned. And when employees reported small inconsistencies, they were blamed on software lag, human error, or rounding anomalies. The explanation was always the same. It's just the system. The heist wasn't hidden. It was accepted. The truth only surfaced after a routine system upgrade. A new software version recalculated old data, and suddenly the numbers didn't match. Millions of dollars had no clear origin. At first, it was labeled a glitch, then an accounting failure, then a technical accident. No one suspected theft. Why would they? There was no crime scene. But one investigator asked a dangerous question. What if the system worked exactly as designed? They traced the anomaly back, not to a robbery, but to a pattern, a perfect mathematical pattern, and it pointed to a single account, then to a single access log, then to one man, the one no one remembered. When confronted, there was no denial, because denial wasn't necessary. He hadn't broken the system, he used it. Every transaction followed the rules. Every process was approved. Every move was logged. He didn't steal money. He collected what the system threw away. The bank recovered most of it,